Do you have a buyer for raw gold?
Yes, I do. Are you direct to your seller?
Yes, I am. I'm direct to my mate, who is next to the barmaid, who is direct to the school teacher, who is next to the principal she is having an affair with, who is next to the seller facilitator's broker, who is direct to the facilitator, and they are direct to the seller mandate. I can organize a conference call with my direct contact, but you will first need to sign a non-circumvention non-disclosure agreement and a master fee protection agreement as well before I organize a conference call on Skype for you, which I must be in attendance along with my direct colleagues as well. Are you next to your buyer?
Yes, I'm direct to my mate at the pub, who is direct to the army general's daughter, who is direct to the local village fisherman, who is direct to the president of one of the world's largest bullion banks, which my friend is a mandate to.
Excellent. We could not have asked for a more direct transaction to take place. Do you realize that we will only have 14 people to pay on the master fee protection agreement, which must be endorsed by the bank and be notarized by a notary public?
I will prepare the paperwork for this agreement and will send over my International Chamber of Commerce 400, 500, 600 agreement, which I use all the time. As a matter of fact, I used it last month, where we successfully purchased 20,000 metric tons of gold dust from Ghana.
I'm glad that your buyer can buy large amounts of gold as my seller, who am direct to my mate, who is next to the direct colleagues as well, because we are selling a spot of 100,000 metric tons of gold nuggets from the Congo.
My buyer mandate and signatory to a very large sovereign buyer that I am putting together currently 20,000 metric tons of gold on their behalf and on behalf of their buyer. I can advise who the buyer is, but on 100,000 metric tons of gold, I really need to offer this to the everyday mums and dads, not sovereign buyers. However, we do have a buyer for this gold. Unfortunately, my mate who works at the canteen has been very ill over the past few days. Not that everything has stopped, but it has slowed whilst he takes the reins. However, if you can give me the safekeeping receipt, affidavit of ownership, authority from the owner to sell the gold, I have a buyer here in Romania that I can offer and close very quickly. Also, just for your own information, nobody else's, I will forward you information that must be followed to be careful of. These are all new rules and regulations that if you want to step outside of them, good luck, and of course all this is due to the greed, thuggery, and theft in the international crash.
Okay, my seller will require you to issue a standby letter of credit for $1 trillion so they know your buyer, who you are direct to, has money to buy this gold and is not another time waster, and so they can use your money to go shopping for gold and do illegal platform trades with your instrument.
Today/tomorrow. I have a buyer in Zurich. Depending on where this gold is unknown to me. I could transact this quite quickly. I will have the bank ask the mint to print more money so our buyer can write the check for $20 trillion to buy your seller's gold.
Excellent. Once your buyer, who you are direct to, has his cashier's check cleared for $20 trillion, I will get Victor from Alibaba.com to notarize the 2% performance bond for a small fee of $50,000 to his secret Russian bank account, and it will be issued from the Bank of Bullshit, which is a corresponding bank of Bulgaria. No idea. And we should close this small gold transaction by tomorrow lunchtime.
That is great news. I will call President Obama to organize the Air Force and the Marines so we can combat the Filipino warlord and buy the gold from your direct seller, and at the same time we will organize for our crack commando unit to escort the gold to our refinery, which can refine daily 10,000 metric tons.
Great. I look forward to closing our next deal together, because as far as I am concerned this deal is now closed and we can spend our money. I think I will go order my new island now in my Bentley.
I think I will go buy California and demolish it so I can build my new mansion.